The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Clock now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Take over first and 10. At their own 39-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
Jackson.
7 yards to pick up there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
4 yards on the
end result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Forced out to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play it.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
The score, Ravens 7, Broncos nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with you.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Broncos.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
32.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
And they'll run the end around here with Jeudy. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 26.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
No gain on the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
Locke going to throw. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really.
It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 78 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For the extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Broncos 3.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First down, Broncos.
On first down, Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. This is the tight end, Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
And the Broncos.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Locke again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Locke on target there to Fant, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw on third down. Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Agnew now to return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
10 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Lock. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke working out of the gun. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, That worked quite well for the defense.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Duvernay. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. To throw again is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And Jackson throwing once more. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As the Ravens push further out in front. And it's 21-3.
This kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 21, Broncos 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Locke. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Taken down at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. 1st down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Another run here with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Operating from the gun. Lock. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out. Not what they wanted, and you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Jerry Judy.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Here's Locke back near his goal line. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the
2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Goes take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
20-yard line.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, it's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
At the 4-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one.
And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10.
You ain't nothing!
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, Denver.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
26.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing now is Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They look to throw. It's Locke. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Ravens, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.